Good evening, everyone. My name is Amanda Ritchie, and I am coming to you live from Dallas. And welcome to Mompreneur Moments with Amanda, coming to you every Wednesday night at 8:30. I am getting on here tonight because I want to talk about something that I'm learning. So Winston Churchill once said that fear is a reaction, courage is a decision. Hey Jesse, thanks for joining. Tonight I'm going to share with you a simple tip that has been helping me to have courage and to overcome my fears. So I'm actually doing a new training course this year with Bob Heilig for my business, and I feel like I've only been doing it since January, and I feel like I have learned so much already, and I've grown so much. Hey Christy, thanks for joining. So one thing that I have been learning, or that I've learned in this training, is that, hey Marcia, up until this point in my business, I have been playing small. So what that means is I've been letting fear keep me from doing the things that I need to do to be successful. And another thing that I've learned that sometimes our biggest fears can lead to our biggest breakthroughs. So in 2018, I've decided that I'm done playing small and that I am going to have the courage to face my fears this year. Okay. So sometimes when you're afraid of something, it keeps you from taking action. So if you're afraid of doing it, you just don't do anything. So sometimes we just have to take action. So you might be thinking, okay, that's great, Amanda, but how do I actually do that? Bob has taught me something called creative interpretations. And creative interpretations is when we make up a story in our heads that either the story is either going to stop us from taking action or it's going to empower us to take action. So when you make a story up that keeps you from taking action, he calls it a red light. When you make up a story that helps you to take action, that's called a green light. So successful people actually make up more green lights or think of more green lights than they do red lights. So let me give you an example. And I've realized that I've been making up red lights my whole life. So let me give you an example. So let's say that there is someone that I haven't spoken to in a while, and I want to talk to them and share my business with them. So I might tell myself in my head, I can't talk to Jane. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. What is she going to think of me? She's probably going to be really annoyed with me. She's already really successful and really busy, and I'm sure she's probably not going to be interested anyway. So that's a story that I would tell myself that would keep me from talking to Jane. Hey Aunt Kay, hey Megan, how are you? So that would be a red light. So an example of a green light would be, I really need to talk to Jane about my business. I really miss her. We used to be great friends. And, what if she said yes? And what if we could reestablish our relationship and become power partners? And, I know she's really busy, but what if, she probably doesn't want to be that busy. She probably wants to have more time to spend with her kids. And what if I can share the vehicle with her that's going to help her to, give her the time freedom and the financial freedom to do that and to spend more time with her kids? I think she would actually really be interested. So that's an example of a green light. Do you see what I did there? I made up a story that is going to empower me to take action. So you might not be a business owner like I am, but you might do this in other areas of your life. like in your career or in your life. Let's say you have a good idea that you want to present to your boss, but you're afraid to present it because you're afraid of, what he or she's going to think of you, or maybe you're a teacher and there's some new strategy that you want to implement in your classroom, but you're afraid to do it because you're afraid that you're going to fail. All of those are examples where you might be creating red lights in your head, and you can actually create green lights, and that's going to empower you to take action, to face those fears, and to help you be more successful. Okay, let me look at my notes here. Okay, so how you might be saying, okay, this is great. Well, how do I implement this? Well, the first thing that you really need to do is raise your awareness. So start looking for times when you're creating red lights in your head. So start thinking about, I've started recognizing myself doing this. So I think I used to do it subconsciously, but now I recognize it. And then and then you can look at the flip side. So, well, what would the positive story be if I did it and it worked out and it was successful? So start thinking about that, and that's going to help you create more green lights, so that you can face your fears. All right, so I hope that you all got some value out of this video. If you did, I would love to hear from you. I would love for you to drop me a comment or send me a message and let me know. So thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week, every Wednesday night at 8:30, Mompreneur Moments. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.